My boyfriend, 30 male, says he can't trust me anymore. I, 25 female, feel like he's overreacting. So yesterday my boyfriend and some friends were chilling by a nearby lake, drinking beer. For the record, my boyfriend is 30 and I am 25. At one point, 2 men, around my age, come by asking us where the toilets are, since it's their first time around here, and they are lost. We point them towards the right direction, but they come back saying they didn't find it. The toilets are kind of hidden, so it's kind of bamboozling to see them if you don't know where to look. Also, they seem genuinely lost. So at this point, I stand up and tell them to follow me, and I'll show them. We leave. It's literally a 200 meters walk, so we were gone for maybe 4 to 5 min. We ended up finding out I lived near them in the past. They told me they are selling burgers, thanked me immensely for kindness, and told me we all, our group, have free burgers if we ever come by. We did not introduce ourselves. Did not exchange socials, nothing. Okay, so I tell them to have a good time. We part ways. I come back to my group. I excitedly tell them about the burgers, at which point my very angry boyfriend tells me to go F myself. I was in disbelief, not really sure what happened. At which point he started screaming that I'm a cheating whore for going with 2 strangers. At that point I'm like, what the F, I just showed them where the toilets are. But he says he can't trust me anymore because I left just like that with 2 men who I don't know. I was gone for 5 min, and I broke the trust we had. Mind you, we have been together for almost 4 years now. I feel like I was just being nice and he is overreacting. I don't go to parties and I barely go anywhere without my boyfriend. I'm a very loyal person, and have never gave him a reason to doubt me. He has absolutely no reason to think I'd flirt with random men. So yeah, I'm kind of perplexed here. I told him I'm sorry, but I also don't feel like I did anything wrong here. I was just being nice. How do I communicate it to him nicely, that he is overreacting, and show him he can trust me? My wife, 29 female, filed for divorce after I confronted her about a coworker. Can I fix this without divorce? My wife, 29 female, and I, 32 male, have been married for 6 years. We met at a work conference in Vegas. Things have been going well until last year. About a year ago, I noticed my wife was getting close to a male coworker. She talked about working with him, and was doing a lot of happy hours with him included. Finally, last week I confronted her about him, and she admitted to having feelings for him. She claims they haven't done anything physical, but that she wants a divorce. This broke me. I love her so much and don't want to lose her. But at this point, I'm not sure there is anything I can do. Any advice from others that have been in this situation? My brother said I need to find a woman to sleep with to get back at her. Didn't seem like great advice, so I'm coming here. My boyfriend, 31 male, thinks humans were put on this earth to procreate. Me, 30 female, and my boyfriend, 31 female, were having some wine and talking, and it came up that he believes we were put on this earth to procreate. He kept on saying the typical annoying B's. I need my name to carry on. I need my lineage to go on after I die. I vehemently disagreed that was our purpose. I asked him about the women who can't have kids. Do they not have a purpose? He then said newer, and said something along the lines of there being defects in the world. Just like how there are kids born with autism, Down syndrome, the like. I never strongly wanted kids, but I did start to warm up to the idea because of how good of a father my BF seems he will be. I definitely feel weird about the conversation though. Like, does he actually want kids? Or does he only want them to carry on his legacy? The guy, 31 male, I'm seeing is friends with his ex-wife and has their wedding photos all over social media. 2 months ago, I, 30 female, started dating this wonderful guy. He's smart, considerate, affectionate, and everything I would want in a partner. On our first date, he said he had been previously married and still sees his ex-wife from time to time, since they share a friend group. He asked me if that would be a deal breaker, and I said no, since he mentioned that he had been divorced for over a year. Recently, he added me on Facebook, and he still has all his wedding photos along with other photos documenting their life together as a couple. I wasn't aware that they had dated for 8 years before getting married, and seeing all these posts made me feel uncomfortable. I have never been in a relationship before despite wanting one for so long, and I know it's my own insecurity talking, but seeing him with his ex-wife sharing these memories makes me feel like I don't belong or won't live up to what they had. They look so happy together, and I wouldn't ask him to remove the pictures because they are his memories. But seeing their extensive relationship history makes me feel like I'm not good enough to be with him. I feel stupid for being depressed and discouraged about pictures of someone. But has anyone else had to deal with overcoming these feelings? Besides the obvious of stopping myself from looking at the pictures, can anyone offer advice on how to stop comparing myself to his past relationship?
I, 28 male, don't think I want to marry my girlfriend, 28 female anymore. Do I break up? I have been dating my girlfriend for over 5 years now. We met each other senior year in college and have been together since. At first our relationship was going pretty great. We generally match well together. Both more introverted, have similar interests, had good sexual chemistry. I admire her and respect her and love her. We've been through a lot together: COVID-19, deaths in the family, job career struggles, family issues, and we still stuck together. But certain things are popping out more than before and I'm beginning to want to leave rather than hold on to hope things will change. There was a time I wanted to marry her, but there are reasons I'm reconsidering. For instance, comparing our relationship to my friends and her friends. Our friends are either engaged or are living together in their own apartments. However, due to my girlfriend's circumstances at home, we are unable to do so. Her mother had a stroke and had the beginning stages of dementia before she started college, is bound to her bed, and my girlfriend is her primary caregiver. My girlfriend's father left and moved to a different state and can't help her. She stated that if we move in together, that her mother would be living with us in a spare room and we'd have to care for her. I feel horrible for saying this, but I just don't feel comfortable with that idea. Her family also just doesn't like me. My girlfriend's mom likes me, however her sister has never liked me. Same with her aunts and some cousins. My girlfriend recently said it's because they are racist toward me because I am white. I don't want to marry into a family that completely prejudges me based on my race, and to possibly bring children into that. My girlfriend, in part due to caring for her mother for so long, had sacrificed so much. Her career goals changed. She was never able to get a driver license, so I have to drive her almost everywhere. We live about 45 to 50 minutes away from each other. Even though we went to college and we both walked at graduation, she never got her diploma, and it's been 5 years and she still doesn't have her degree. Therefore she can't use it to get whatever job she's qualified for. She's working part-time jobs and using the money on food, her mom and her house, and for the rest I chip in. Again, I feel bad, but it all feels like so much of a burden. But then again, I can only imagine how she must feel. Whenever we call each other or talk, it's always something negative or sad. We talk about our days, interests, what we did, what we want to do, etc. But for the past few years, she's been more anxious and depressed, and it's starting to really affect our relationship. Which she's acknowledged, and I understand it's not her fault, of course. Issues with her family not helping or supporting her, and her mom, her dad trying to help her from states away, other things. Because of work and our distance, it makes it difficult to be with one another a lot. Maybe we see each other 1 to 2 times a week. Our sex life is practically non-existent. My friends and family have noticed a change in my overall attitude and have mentioned maybe my girlfriend and I take a break. I've just been more unhappy and uncertain for the future, and I feel myself falling out of love. I can't help but wonder if it's better to move on. I get the grass isn't always greener and all, but this grass just seems more yellow, I guess.
My boyfriend, 28 male, ghosted me. I need some tough advice on how to move on. So I, 27 female, met him, 28 male, in college at an on-campus job when I was 18. And ever since I first saw him, I always really liked him. After we both graduated, we lost contact for a bit. And we didn't start talking again until maybe 3 years ago. We hung out almost every day, and 2 months later, he asked me to be his girlfriend. We've been together for a little over 2 years when he suddenly ghosted me like a week before Valentine's Day, 2025. Whether or not he was trying to avoid going through another Valentine's Day with me is still something I'm struggling to understand. He gave no signs that he was unhappy with me or wanted to break up. Now it's been exactly 140 days since I've heard from him. I've texted him twice since then with no response. Gosh, it's just taken a huge toll on my mental health and my outlook on people in general. I don't feel good enough for anyone or anything. I still just can't believe this happened and that he would treat me that way. I'm trying so hard to move on, but I just can't. I still love him so much. I know that will sound stupid to a lot of people, but he was literally my only friend, and I feel so alone.